been updated.
This is a list of
Intel
prisoner
file
containment
obtained.
locations.
The map has been updated.
So wait, what?
Marker placed.
Thank you.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings. Don't forget to check indoors. There may be clues regarding the target's whereabouts. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. Don't forget to check indoors. There may be clues regarding the target's whereabouts. They're working for one of the bigger PFs, the Contract Forces of Africa, CFA for short. These guys are all business. Mercenary work is strictly about the money to them. Either way, they're no threat to us. The interpreter will be present for the rescue target's interrogation. He's a CFA Merc too, but he serves as a language specialist. His job is English Afrikaans simultaneous interpreting. Tail him to find out where they're keeping the target.
Oh, okay, so I didn't need to do that. I just went ahead and, actually, yeah, I need that, so I'll just go ahead and knock that out before I hit the... I need to wait for anything. What's he gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead and head straight to this guy up here. All the way up there. So. Those roaming patrols. Yep.
Wait, fella. What's going on?
Someone shortly.
Good. Good.
Where is he? Okay, he's still on the move, so. Time for a jog. Come on, Ghost. How do I have two? What, it
Marker
shifted?
removed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Anything here?
Development project has been added.
Ooh, stun grenade. Alright, just keep going. Just keep going. Before he gets on a vehicle.
Analysis for the map has been updated. Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
Where's our buddy the Viscount? Is he gone?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Zappity zap zap.
Target extraction confirmed. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice.
One
We can
thing.
sure use that interpreter, too.
Yep,
Think you can extract him?
that's what I'm gonna
Mission
do.
info has been updated. The map has been enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Which way is he moving? Okay, he's heading this way. Or do anything else?
CP, dis Delta 2. Ontploffing in gebied. Kan nie sê waar nie. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Alle eenhede, wees paraat. Uit.
Go ahead and take this. Which way is he going?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You're pretty good.
Wow, they just walked right past him.
You're pretty good.
Alright, that's okay.
You're pretty
God, I didn't have a suppressor on that.
Delta 6. Onbekende geweervuur gehoord. Ik heb bevestiging op uw positie. Stuur instructie. Over.
Let's do this the hard way.
Alles gespannen, de CFD. Het wordt aangevallen. Alle eenheden beschermen uw posities.
Chase it!
Alright, that's the interpreter extracted.
Ready yet?
All you need to do now is exfiltrate the hot zone.
Oh, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Dick! Get up here. Peace out, mofos! I'm gone!
Function extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Weather modification?
Unit function added. Development has been added.
Alright, maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
BAM!
Boss, one of the other British prisoners filled us in about the Viscount. It turns out he's a real two-faced son of a bitch. He was planning to secure the MPLA's oil field rights for himself in exchange for swapping the CFA's alliance from the anti-government United rebels to the state-backed MPLA. He hid this from the Afrikaners, but once he thought the jig was up, he tried to pin it on the other British personnel and take off. The Afrikaners captured him, and that was when he asked us to rescue him, and only him. I'll throw him in the brig for now, but we may have to be extra persuasive with this one. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why?
Good question. Elite Soldiers, Slygator, Brutal Sloth. Ooh. Zoologist. Alright.
Side ops list
One of the
updated.
latest missions to come in is
Mission
connected
list
to the walker
updated.
gears. This could be our chance to close in on Cypher. Take a look at your mission list.
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa. The Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher.
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry, real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago, and the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name, and I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talent,
soldiers.
if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Laissez-faire terrible.
I know it's inductive reasoning, but This weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that?
Gene therapy? This is the start of the
Encoded with
entire
information that
nanomachine
wants its
business.
children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that.
Genome
And
soldiers.
yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Dr. Clark is paramedic. On that bombshell, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. And tune in on Friday. I'm not gonna be doing Metal Gear Solid on Friday, and instead, in celebration of The Force Awakenings coming out, I'm gonna be playing Super Star Wars. And if I have time, Star Wars Battlefront. So that'll be fun. We'll call it a night. I'll see you guys around. See you on Friday. Have a good night. Life is good. Take care.